Hey, what's up you guys, it's Caboose bringing you another Spider-Man PS4 video, and today what we're going to be talking about is a closer look at the Kane Parker Scarlet Spider suit, as well as the Spider UK suit, alongside some information about all three DLC chapters and whether or not they're going to be interconnected. Now before we jump into everything, I just wanted to ask you guys, of course, if you could leave a like rating on the video as it shows your support, and I'd really appreciate it. So if you could leave a like, that would be awesome. And with that said, well, let's just jump right into this. So for those of you who don't know, we are going to be getting 3 brand new suits with the first DLC expansion known as the Heist that is dropping in 5 days. And of those 3 suits, 2 of them are known as the Kane Parker Scarlet Spider suit, or as it's known in-game, the Scarlet Spider 2 suit, and the Spider UK suit. And through the Marvel website, we actually got a closer look at both of these suits in a pose that you would normally see when you have a loading screen for the game. So first up, we have the Kane Parker Scarlet Spider suit, and we can see this shot is here in nighttime, and this suit looks phenomenal. It looks really good. I cannot wait to use this in game. The gameplay with it's going to look fantastic. Photo mode with this suit is going to be incredible. It's got a beautiful vibrant red in there and all the textures and the details. I am very happy about this. And then on the flip side, we have the Spider UK suit. And when we first had this suit revealed to us, I gotta be honest, I was very critical of it. I didn't think it was bad by any means, but it just honestly didn't impress me whatsoever. And it just kind of looked bland. However, seeing it here in this screenshot that we got, I'm kind of warming up to it a little bit more, and I kind of like it a little bit more than from what we first saw in that initial reveal. I like that the eyes are a little slanted. I like the overall design with the UK stuff going on. I think it's alright. Honestly, it was a lot worse when we first saw it, and it looks a lot better here for some reason. Maybe it's just this awesome rendered photo. I don't know, but overall, I'm a little more optimistic on the inclusion of this suit now than I was when we first had it revealed to us. Overall, I'm just excited to see what these suits are going to look like in gameplay when we get to swing around the city with them, and then of course get to use photo mode with these suits. Photo mode is pretty much for me the ultimate testament on whether or not I like a suit, so let's see what it's going to look like in game when we finally get our hands on the DLC in just a couple of days now. Like I said, the Scarlet Spider 2 suit looks phenomenal. I'm super happy about that one. But the Spider UK suit is something that I'm not too excited about. However, it's starting to win me over, and that new screenshot that we got of it is definitely a step in the right direction for me. But either way, we'll see. DLC is coming out in just a couple of days now, and we'll get our hands on the suits then and can make a final judgment. Moving on, we got some news here from a blog post that was put up on the PlayStation website coming from Ryan Smith, who is the game director over at Insomniac Games. And although the blog post pretty much features a bunch of information that we've already heard of before regarding the Heist DLC, there's a paragraph in here that I wanted to read to you guys that the community has really taken note of, and it goes as such. As you play Marvel's Spider-Man The Heist, you'll encounter the beginning of a new, interconnected story taking place over 3 chapters of Marvel's Spider-Man The City That Never Sleeps. A robbery at an art museum entangles Spider-Man and MJ with an old flame from Peter Parker's past, Felicia Hardy, aka the Black Cat. Beyond new story missions, there's also a whole new faction of enemies, new crimes, new challenges, new trophies, and of course, 3 brand new suits. Now, what's really interesting and worth taking of note here is that the Heist is seemingly not just going to be a one-off DLC. It looks like it is going to have a through line with the 2nd and 3rd chapters of the City That Never Sleeps expansion. So it pretty much means that the Heist is a part of this massive story arc that will take place across all 3 expansions. Now, I'm assuming because you can purchase each expansion separately, there will be some sort of beginning, middle, and end. It will have some sort of closure. However, there probably is going to be some seeds planted within the Heist that lead us into Turf Wars, and then the same will go for Silver Lining. So that is something that is very exciting for me, and honestly, it is extremely promising because it means that this is going to be a pretty much complete package when you get all 3 DLCs. They're all going to connect to each other and have an interconnected story, and I'm very happy to hear that. It's great to hear as well that we're going to be getting new trophies added in there. A lot of trophy hunters out there, I'm sure, we're very happy to hear that, although it was pretty much a given. There's no way there weren't going to be new trophies added, and the same thing is probably going to apply with the 2nd and 3rd expansions for Spider-Man PS4's DLC. And then although we've already had this confirmed to us, it's great to hear once again that we are going to be getting a new faction of enemies, as well as new crimes and new challenges to complete. So it seems like a lot is being packed in here, and who this new faction of enemies is going to be working for, well, that that becomes the question. Is this just going to be Black Cat's goons, or are they going to be goons working for another villain? My guess is maybe it could be someone like Hammerhead, or just any sort of other side villain that maybe leads us into Turf Wars, and that's how we get that interconnectivity. But we'll see how that's all going to take place, and I have nothing to base my guess on Hammerhead off of. I'm just throwing that name out there. A lot of people in the community have been saying the same, and it would be really cool to see Hammerhead in this game. He's a bit of an obscure Spider-Man villain, and I would love to see his inclusion through the DLC with Spider-Man PS4. Now, when reading through this blog post, one thing here got me a little bit nervous, and that was that we do have the confirmation here that MJ will be involved in the heist in some capacity. And the only reason that gets me nervous is purely from a gameplay standpoint. When I hear that MJ is going to be involved, I have the assumption in my head that there probably is going to be a mission where we have to play as Mary Jane. And the reason that that makes me nervous from a gameplay standpoint is because her gameplay in the main game was one of the weakest parts of Spider-Man PS4 for me. If we're talking story and writing, she's handled really well, and she's a great character that Insomniac took great care of, and honestly, one of the best interpretations of Mary Jane Watson that we've gotten in Spider-Man history. But from a gameplay standpoint, she just wasn't the best part of the game. In fact, she was one of the weakest parts of the game because you were just doing the same exact thing with her character every single time. It was always these stealth missions where you just had to sneak around and use that tracer or whatever that gadget that Spidey gives you that alerts enemies into a different direction, and you just had to do that over and over and over again. Now, if there is a mission where we play as Mary Jane in the Black Cat DLC and there is some nuance to it, then I'll be totally okay with it. If there's something different and unique about it that makes us feel a little more involved and not just doing the same exact thing with her character that we've done a million times over in the main game, then I'll be totally excited. And there might even be a chance that we don't play as her at all, but she's just involved in the DLC, in which I welcome that as well. Because like I said, from a writing and story standpoint, Insomniac did a great job with Mary Jane, so I'd be excited to see her inclusion purely from that position looking at the DLC. But either way, I just wanted to express my concerns with you guys and let you guys know, yes, Mary Jane will be involved in the heist in some capacity. But that's it. That's all the news that I got for you guys now. The Black Cat DLC, also known as the Heist, drops in 5 days, and you can definitely bet there's going to be a ton of coverage on it right here on this channel. So if you haven't subscribed, you should definitely do so to keep up to date on all things Spider-Man PS4, and you can hit that notification bell to be immediately notified when a video goes up. But with that said, I now kick it to you guys. Let me know your thoughts on all this in the comment section below. What do you think about the closer looks that we got at the Scarlet Spider 2 suit and the Spider UK suit, and what do you think about what's going on here with the heist and the fact that all 3 DLC expansions might be connected with one another? I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm Caboose, and once again, if you could leave a like rating on the video, it shows your support, and I would really appreciate it. And you can click on screen to make your way to one of the other videos on the channel, or you can click my logo to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and like me on Facebook. Those links are in the description. Drop a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment if you have an opinion, and subscribe if you're new. See you guys later.